up, everybody? We'll be live just in a second. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We're just getting set up with the chat bot. We'll start going pretty quick. Oh man, feel a little bad how early I'm doing this for you guys, but it's when I had the time. So this game has been highly requested from somebody, and I finally decided we're doing it. So I don't think he's making it, but it's okay. Just get to set up the chat bot. We're gonna get going. Sorb, how you doing? Oh, you changed your name. Killer Kirby, how you doing, man? I had to look at the icon to realize who you were. All right, a weird person. Yes. Weird person. So why did you decide to change your name? All right, I need this. All right, there we go. Sorry you keep hearing that noise. I'm switching mouses between the stuff. Put in the time correctly. All right. We'll go a little lower here with my screen. That should be good. All right, here we go. So we want English subtitles. Confirm, please. Thank you. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, I have not. Please adjust the slider until your computer is barely visible. It helps you get secrets. Well, I will set it up when I can. All right. Please enter the current time. Well, I'm going to go with California time. I'm in, not there, but that's what we're doing. Is that fine? So we'll do 10. Hi, Devour. How you doing, love? 10:36. Oh, you can't change the AM PM. You just have to do it this way. Any time zone. All right, we're going with California then, because that's what my computer's set to. I refuse to change it. Confirm. Chilling. Is baby treating you all right? All right. Let's turn the background music off. All right. Note: accessible settings can be accessed. All right. That's good. All right. Hey, I like how it's like the mini computer. It's the same as what I'm seeing here. All right. Settings. All looks good. Boring stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is good. Back. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where
you guys hear the game okay?
Employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Awesome.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Wow.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then
I
one
wouldn't be
day,
happy.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, I think we play now. I like the old computers. I don't miss them, but man, those things were heavy. You just do whatever you want, but if you see new content door in the hallway, right? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley
Who
looked,
farted?
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Number one, Dad. I like work. I just hate my boss. Dude, facts. Love it. Hey. Who doesn't hate Mondays though, man? Can't open any of the doors.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Sup, Silver? So it tells me I entered the room. Let's be a rebel.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, let's admire it. I like it. Silver says going to the door. Exactly, dude.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yep. It's a nice room. Can you go back, or like you're stuck with it?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Okay.
A room so utterly captivating that even but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I like how you can listen or not. What do you guys think? Should we go with it or no? What are my options? Oh no, that room looks cooler.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That is a big member flex. Thank you. I really appreciate you a lot, man. $26 months, dude. Make a man cry, dude. Really though, thank you, dude. All right. Do not jump from the cargo lift. Causable death. Permanent for penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Kind of want that $5,000, dude. I'm doing it. Yeah!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Nice. All right. I don't regret it.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Happy
Perhaps
birthday,
he
by
had
the way,
simply
Silver.
missed a memo.
I think he's dead. Yeah, we start over again. We'll go in the room on the
Stanley
left
came to
this
a
time.
set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet
Nobody's
there was
here.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a Let it ball up inside you. Oh, I want to read these. Using slides to ensure employees that everything's okay. That's fun. Wait, if you go back on my own.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Are you sure there's nothing here? I don't know, man.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I don't think so, man. He's really insistent to kick me out.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
I got achievements
he's
for
literally
this.
just standing there doing sweet FA. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All right. It's fun, though. Ooh. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers losses, then that's the way the boss chose. Ooh, the executive bathroom. So classy. What's up, Josh? How you doing, bro? It's good to see you, man.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Working a lot. Ooh, secret passageway. Gonna hide in the corner and cry, man. About to hit the sack. Well, hey, man, it's good talking to you, man. We need to catch up. Do I die if I go here? No, okay. Oh, we're going down in the depths.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Definitely.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
This almost looks like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do I want to go for the mind control or do I want to escape? I guess I'm more interested in the mind control.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. We need to find this out. This is cool.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
People were fired.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
4, 7, 5. I think that was Stanley. Oh, just showing that. Oh no, maybe this one. No. Anyway, neat.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean, his job did sound pretty freaking boring.
No.
Where are we going now?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never!
It was unthinkable.
This is
Wasn't
fun.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ooh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? What's up, Sebastian? How you doing, dude? Console's disabled. Button up there. Can't go there. Alright. I guess we're going into the facility power. Guess where I am? Chicago. I don't know. Where are you at? Huh. Waiting input. Disneyland? Dude, that's lit. Disneyland where, though?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I'm gonna turn it on, man.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
And I'm
You were
lit.
supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
is.
your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
0,
Oh,
5,
this is much
2, 1.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time
1,
left to enjoy it.
2.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to
3.
talk about you, about me, where we're going,
That's a
what all this means.
5.
I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood.
I want to hit
Die
0,
anyway.
5,
I'll
2,
tell you
1.
exactly what happened to them.
But I don't know if I
I
can.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Oh,
Of
good.
course,
Here we
that
go.
was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there.
I wonder
in your
if this
office
is gonna
room,
happen.
pushing
Oh, it's your
buttons
favorite ending.
endlessly
Nice.
And then dying alone.
Oh, that's a
Other
4.
times,
There's
I
no
let the
0.
office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
2,
But
2.
I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
3.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These
Are you gonna put
precious
extra time on the
additional
clock?
seconds.
I don't care.
Time doesn't grow on trees.
3.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what
I
you're
pushed
supposed to be
3.
doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
4.
I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, 4 is up here. This is fun.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
That's
But
fine.
here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
I like this game. I
This is not a
completely
challenge.
understand why you were
It's a
suggesting this for me.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be
8,
laughing at every
7,
second of your inevitable life
6,
from the moment we fade
5,
in until the moment
3.
I say, happily ever after.
Boom. That's fun. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Because we're
Stanley
4,
decided
2,
to go to
7.
the
Okay.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So now we know the narrator's dick.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room. and
Yes, I
Stanley
am.
knew it
I am
perfectly
getting
well.
killed a lot.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
You
that
say that, I
investing
don't
your
believe you.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is that the only way I can get to go? That doesn't look like a good way to go. All right. Ooh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No thanks. I'm not doing it. I'm not picking up the phone. Screw you, dude. This is fun. Not doing it. Do I have to? All right, fine.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
That's kind of funny.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. I can't say no to him. That's funny. Fine. Can I at least make out with my wife?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Press R on your keyboard. T. Oh, I guess I press R. R.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I think it's a little messed up that your wife is in the kitchen, man.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press N. You literally have to.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic
The narrator's
adventures.
deliciously
From
evil.
behind
Yes,
his
he is.
desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Watch TV, but I don't see it. Okay, I'll press Y.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner. All right.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Mm-hmm. To tell your kid a story? I don't have a kid. Oh my God. Are you going to turn to my kid?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
All right. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press G to go to sleep. All right.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press V to be at work in the morning. Can Stanley go mad? I mean, I think so. So he told me not to do it, so. Did I push it anyway? I want to listen to him now, but I don't. You know what I mean? Tick, 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 tick. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press G to question nothing. Look, you really can't. Fine.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Oh, you can't escape just doing it, all right.
More to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die. All right. Oh, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
4 endings.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time
to go up to his
with no expectation of promotion or recognition.
Find an answer there.
Legit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, nice.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he
Stanley's not going insane, yeah.
had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes, they are.
Repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Wow.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. he wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing
there we go.
Thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Huh.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Now we're dead.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
What's up, Flower Power?
My job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is fun. I like this game.
I am okay.
I am okay. Oh, Taran, what's up?
Screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I'm real.
It's turning
I must
red.
Be real.
No.
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
No!
And everything went black.
Uh-oh. This is fun.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Hey, Mariella was the name of my cat before we renamed it.
Belongings and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This
is
much she
nightmare.
knew.
That's right.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. Rest in peace, Stanley. All right, well, now I'm going to try going to the mind control room, but I'm going to go to the escape.
Just
if I
a
remember
step
how to
through
do
this
that.
door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, left. I think that's where I have to go. And if I'm wrong, then whatever.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
A nice office,
Stanley
though, dude.
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
I didn't know
Stanley
because he
happened
tells
to
me.
input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Can I click up? No, you can't. Oh, I was hoping you could. Hey, love devours babbling a lot, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Nope.
read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Would I? I don't know. Either way, I've been
Behind him
dying.
was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope. I'm going for straight. Even if I die, I need to see it.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Well, that's it? Really? Gotta be something more, right? Fuck it. Whee! Oh. Nice. I didn't die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Nice.
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ooh! This is fun. This is different. The Stanley Parable?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ooh. Fancy.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, this is cool. This is the filing cabinets, office computers, solitaire, nice. Oh, is this like one of the endings? This is kind of cool. Ooh, left or right? I'm going with solitaire. So many ways to go.
Trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Stanley pushed the
What's up, Flamin'? Narrated outtakes. Entire game through 3 separate times over 2 years of development.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end
fun.
this injustice forever.
It's kind of neat. Let's see what's up here. Freedom ending. Very first freedom ending when the game's in alpha. Countdown, one of the desks for. Oh, cool. The monitor room, elevator. Ooh, Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I want to turn it off. Boom!
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps
This is
not.
fun.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Yeah, Flaming, I've never played this game either.
You can
but
still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
this is fun.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Escape. Nah, I'm not doing that.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Probably should have quit the game, but I didn't want to. That was fun. Because, I mean, if I quit, it's like, I don't know, man.
All of
This
his
is fun.
co-workers were... Wait.
So, Flaming,
no,
yeah, this is the
this isn't
endless
the right
loop, and
office,
there's
is
just
it?
different ways
Is
to
this
go.
Stanley's office? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There are other doors that are open. I just don't know how to get to them.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
I
his
don't know
left.
if I actually went this way before, so let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Aided section. Here we go.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in
Yeah.
order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
I guess I have to go left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
That's funny. It's gonna close on me again.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. All right. Oh, it puts me here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
I'm not closing my eyes, dude.
Back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Damn it. All right, fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can you actually beat this game, or is it just like you just have to pick the right route?
When Stanley... Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Nice.
Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
This is
It's
fun.
an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
So many ways. Oh, I can't go that way. I guess we'll go here.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. This is fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
All right. This is neat.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Woo!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
That mysterious.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. The Stanley Parable line. I'm not following it.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, so you literally have to Oh, you got pissed. It's awesome. Okay, fine. Ooh. You didn't even want to
See,
argue with me.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct
The lines all on the wall and crap.
experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
It's actually pretty awesome. How the fuck? You're seeing this, right? Da-da-da-da. That's so weird. Oh, they fixed it now. Oh, that went down it.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Will it?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Dude, it keeps changing when you backtrack. The fern. So you got the loot line, right? And then I don't know, man. So lost. We're back here.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we...
Hey, caveman, what's up, dude?
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Damn it. This is one of my favorite game loops so far. Gotta get that music back.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Fine.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Oh,
Use
God.
your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I would like it to be freedom.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Woo! Caveman, probably. Doo-doo. I'm just trying to get back into it. I know I've been a lot of MIA, but focusing on that. Going to be playing a lot more random games and stuff like that, so I want to roll it out.
Ah, a choice. Ooh. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the place where we're
I don't want to walk in circles, dude, because that's where it came from.
Reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
All right, then. Do I like T-Spud? I don't know what T-Spud is. You've been playing the confusion ending.
What's this?
Yes.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
This is fun.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
This is fun.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Yep.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh, I remember. Sorbet, you told me to do this one, so.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yay!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yay!
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
All right, let's see it.
So far, it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Can you imagine this is it? And you just have to leave the game.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
All right. The jump cycle.
All right.
Or circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, nice. Oh, you have to jump in the circle to jump. New content. Okay. Epic. Use them wisely. But in this circle only, right? I didn't use them wisely. What's up, Ace?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There
Should
has
I
to be something else, right?
jump all in this circle or save them? I guess we'll save them. Jumping 22 times sounds smart. Well, the circle comes back. Okay, cool. Well, I wasted 14 jumps.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell,
Oh God, please don't do that.
30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
He keeps dissing the game.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you
That's it?
for enjoying
Oh,
the
you've
new
got to be
content.
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. I could never have lived up to such expectations.
It's been a
If you're
good
still
but busy
with me,
day, Ace. How about
why don't
you?
we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Ooh, new content.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
You know, okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah.
thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find
Oh, wow.
it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Dark Souls. I don't know. What is this?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
I want to play this
Experiences
game,
like
dude.
the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013,
Look at
when
this.
the game originally launched?
They put the
Back
Stanley
then,
Parable over
video
there.
games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, when it was originally released on Steam. When it was released. 2013. This is fun. I might get a new one tomorrow. Pretty bad, my Xbox broke. Oh, that sucks, dude. $1. If you spilled water on it, just leave it off for a while. Try to dry it, and then it might work. You never know. New video game releasing today.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It's funny.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that
This
offers
is
some of
silly.
the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9
All
out
right.
of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
So, do you agree? Should it have been
These were
extra
simple
content or
times,
no?
Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh,
No.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I
Steam
haven't looked at
reviews.
these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert
This is
into the
fun.
Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Ace, I'll try to bring it back on the weekends. Just this last weekend I got sick. You can kind of hear it on me. All the Steam reviews. I know, they really do. They just took like one bad comment.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Can you imagine if you were actually one of these negative comments, dude?
Well, I always thought it did. But maybe
because all the recommended ones they blurred out.
Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unreachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh god, another negative review.
What's this one got to say?
By Cookie 9.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh, God.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
Yeah, screw you, Cookie 9.
The customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on.
But I like you rambling on.
The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah,
This gets sad because I care for the narrator so much, yeah.
We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet.
Alright, fine. I'll skip.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and length. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review,
fun.
or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
All right.
Okay,
What's up,
welcome
Astro?
back, Stanley. Now,
I'm doing
I
good, man. How are
should
you?
say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you.
Yeah, but I can skip what you're saying.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that...
Bye.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Sorry,
I thought
bud.
Nothing.
Oh, good, he's not even here. He's so mad. I can't even leave. Well, I guess we get to skip him again, see what happens. God, that's annoying. I wonder what happens when we skip it next time.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then he's
This is funny. Are we done? Oh, look, the tree is dead.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I think the narrator's going crazy. Uh-oh, we're leaking water. Are we gonna drown now? I killed him. Oh God. Dude, every time it's been so long every time you push the button. Alright, let's see what happens next. Freedom! I can't leave yet. Oh, beautiful. It's a nice change. Dude, you could totally climb out of this. Like, there's olives and stuff. You can jump up here. Alright. Wait. I like to think his body was the plant fest. Yeah. No! It all went away. It was so beautiful. Dude, that sounds creepy as hell. Alright, let's see what happens. Uh-oh. It's the end of time. Can I push the button again? Does it let you? Nope. Huh. Neat. Well, I'm gonna see if the button's available. If not, I guess we're just gonna walk in a random direction. See what happens. Oh, you can push it? Reloads. It's fun.
The meeting room, yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
New content? All right, you sold
Oh,
me.
good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
This is fun. Oh, good. I get to skip that. That's good.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the
New
Stanley
content.
Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Super
Which
Ultra
is
Deluxe.
why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Is it legit the
isn't
second
this
game?
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay, cool. The end is never the end again. The Stanley Parable 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2
427.
is just so much catchier than Ultra
Taste the
Deluxe,
sequel.
don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back 2 doors. The Stanley Parable 2.
Now,
This
to be
is funny.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Office decorations. Reusable bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing. Okay, where's the button? Hear your name in the game. All right, where's the button? All right.
For the Stanley Parable 2...
See how bad it'll
I
butcher
asked
broadband
myself,
link?
what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay, let's see what it says.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course,
Jim.
in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
All right, I'm
I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's
Yep.
name.
I'm Jim.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd
Jim.
only played along,
Jim.
that would have been
Jim.
your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't
I pissed
even
him off.
think about
This
it.
is
I'm
fun.
taking the Jim button away.
No, don't take it away. I like Jim Button. No, no. It actually phased through the ground. Nice. Aw. That was fun. I like Jim Button. Alright, what else they got?
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2.
Please no
will
screenshots.
appreciate what I've created here.
I took a screenshot. Jump circle infinite hole. Free, new, and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Pull a lever. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement
it'll
will
give
be
me it?
given to you. It's as simple as that.
Alright, give me the achievement.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
What my achievement, man? Think it'll ever work? Oh, says you can get it later. I was just being silly about it anyway, dude. So, Sorbet, I mean to ask.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, the jump circle, yeah. If you,
Stanley, I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Oh, that's fine. If I quit, do I get to continue from here, or do I have to start all over? Like, how does this game work? Well, there's merch. That's new. Collectibles. You heard Jim in the game! I did. The button says that. It says Jim. No, I mean, I'm going to keep playing for a little bit longer, but I'm just curious. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Go to all the exhibits, alright. Ooh. Get Well Someday. Stepniece. Go with that one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Yep. Fun.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
All right. Whole like infinity. Nice. Opening. Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that
Ooh.
I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Are you gonna lock me in here? Okay, I guess let's do it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh, fun. So you just keep going.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I don't think this is infinite.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright, fine, I'll teleport.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my... Oh, for heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It sure did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Look, the light is the actual light source. It's not the top. Like, you can see it on the wall, like, creating a shadow. That's sick. All right, G.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
It is.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing.
Oh, sorbet, I just keep jumping down the hole.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with
Still
holes,
jumped in
but
it.
at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Yay!
You get to deal with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the whole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
That's stupid. Something's happening. Does anything happen? I heard noise. He's so mad I broke his infinite hole. I'm hearing stuff break. Uh-oh. Whoa. This is neat. So, Sorbet, I know you've been telling me to play this game forever, but I'm kind of glad I waited for the Ultra Deluxe edition. It's kind of neat. But when I saw that, I was like, dude, I know I have to. I've been putting it off for far too long. Press F to change your perspective. Okay. Hey, Stanley. Whoa. Dude, this ending is crazy. Yes, it is. Stanley. Just some dude who, like, based... It's funny. I was just too... No, it's all good, dude. I totally see why you were. G. Perception. Oh. Nice. Puppies! I kind of don't want to leave this one, but I want to see the other ones, you know what I mean? Alright. Space. Change yourself? Nah. This is funny. Oh, I got to the loop. I'm going back to the puppies. Yay. Ha, look at ourselves. Ah. Nice. Buff man. Error.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
That was fun.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Okay, what happens now? Wow, they really did this hole, man. Okay. Oh, this is crazy, dude.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new
All right,
features.
so I did the name. We did the jumping thing. We did the screenshots. Reusable bucket. All right, let's try the reusable bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to
But
this
it's not there.
fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
A
You see,
reassurance
Stanley,
bucket. My bad.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in
Like
your
the companion
arms. And to
cube,
be
dude.
honest,
It's
a
exactly
much
what
more
this is.
convenient
It's companion
solution for
cube,
me than
but it's the
actually
bucket.
redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
All right, then. I picked up the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I think I did everything. Oh, collectibles. I don't know if I did the collectibles. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative
Yes,
is
I have
that
the
there
bucket.
will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yeah, like, this isn't creepy. What? 6. Yay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay. I think I did everything. So we did collectibles, free achievement, didn't work. The mostly infinite. Oh. Bunch of button that says the name, the merch. I guess we got an exit. We could take the exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready
Yes.
to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay
Oh,
experience.
God.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Can I get in
All
there?
right,
There's the
let me do a different
collectible.
arrangement. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
but I saw the
Yes,
collectible.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, this is sick. This is really cool. All right. Sorbet, I have to ask you. I need to stop playing. I don't want to, but I need to. If I quit, do I come back here or do I have to start it all over again? You come back to here? Fantastic. Cool. So we'll do this next time. This is awesome though, man. Thank you. Thank you for suggesting this game. Kind of sorry it took forever. Kind of happy to be playing this at the same time, so I still should have done it, but it is what it is. But hey, man, again, thank you. Thanks for being a member for as long as you have. Appreciate your love and support, dude. Play again soon. I will. I can promise you that we will play this soon. I don't know about tomorrow because I know it's Silver's birthday, and I think he's doing a stream tonight. But I think we're gonna play some Raft with him tomorrow, if I can. And then, worst case scenario, like around the weekend, I'll continue to play this. So, bet your butt. But all right, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.